Hello all and welcome to my channel again. I hope you enjoyed my first video where I provided 14 reasons why you should target the UAE for your next real estate investment. My objective behind this platform is to provide investors with sound and objective guidance. In today's video, I will be highlighting 6 different risks associated with UAE real estate. My name is Al-Dahoud and I hope you enjoy this video. Risk number 1, high volatility. This risk is much higher for Dubai when compared to Abu Dhabi and Sharjah. If you know what you're doing as an investor, volatile markets are usually more attractive as they will result in higher returns in good times, but could also be more detrimental during downturns. If you are targeting a more secure and stable geography, I would highly recommend focusing on Abu Dhabi. Even in the 2009 global downturn, real estate prices continued to increase in Abu Dhabi while Dubai investors were incurring material losses. Risk number 2, the 2009 downturn. If you speak to the UAE real estate naysayers, they will always mention the 2009 market drop, which is a legitimate concern. Is a similar market drop possible in the future? Yes, anything is possible. Just like it is possible for the US to experience another financial recession. However, I consider the 2009 downturn as a positive for current investors for 2 main reasons. On one hand, it is moderating the current aggressiveness and creating a sense of caution, thus contributing to more market control. Furthermore, following this downturn, the authorities have introduced a lot of regulations to better control the market and avoid a similar scenario. These include the formation of RERA, DLD, and more conservative mortgage laws. Moving on to risk number 3, market maturity. Currently, the market has been going through a growth phase for the past few years, as the demand still outweighs the supply of properties available. However, there's a lot of projects being launched every day, which might be enough to address the current gap, but could also cause an oversupply a couple of years down the road. At some point, we will reach a market equilibrium, where there is more supply than demand. And if you do not properly manage your investment risk, you could end up in a loss position. Moving on to risk number 4, inflated prices. As an investor, I'm really concerned with how high developers price their new projects. I feel that some developers are unreasonable with their prices as long as their project sells out. There is no control as to how much they continue to increase their prices. More importantly, it's a major red flag for me when a new project is priced much higher than the secondary market. As I occasionally scan through recent transactions in the secondary market, I see some investors selling at a loss. So when a developer pitches a new project to you, always ask them, why should I pay much more right now for a unit which it will be ready in 2 to 3 years than a ready property which I can use immediately today? Risk number 5, not all developers are equal. There are a lot of developers in the UAE that have established a good reputation in the market through several years of delivering outstanding projects. However, some of the newly established developers are capitalizing on the market hype with no regards for their future reputation. Some of the poor practices that I have noticed including projects which are not meeting expectations, excessive delays in handover, and hidden terms and conditions in the sale and purchase agreement. Before you commit with your next investment, it is pivotal to do your proper due diligence on the developer to mitigate adverse results. Risk number 6, a black swan event. A black swan event by definition is an event no one could have seen coming. The 2008 market drop was a black swan event. So is the 2020 COVID pandemic. Both these events were driven by global incidents. As we live in a globalization era, a negative event in one place will impact all places. A real estate asset is not the type which you can wire transfer to a different geography. As an investor, it is difficult to escape the constant economical and political news about global conflicts and turmoil. This is why every purchase contract for a property will have a force majeure clause to protect both the buyers and the seller from unforeseen events. At the end of this video, I hope you had a different angle to the Dubai real estate market. Feel free to comment below as to what other topics would you like me to cover in my next video. Thank you very much and have a wonderful day.